All right, everyone. I thought since I'm getting ready in the next day or so, either tomorrow, Sunday, or Monday, to pull on the full moon, which is the processing moon, where people, your person in particular, can process things and really kind of put all of the energy that's here, which is stretching back. I told you, it's an energy pile up going all the way back to October, actually late September, to be honest with you, into motion, if you will. But your person, well, as we'll see in the pre-shuffle, a little bit stubborn, I guess, for lack of a better word. This is Cure for Cancer reading. It's technically an all signs reading, but it's for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, because I am looking at the soulmate cycle. I'm here to study it, and this is the hot spot of the cycle. The North Node was in Cancer when this cycle began. That means it's Cancer is our host here on Fantasy Island. I don't even want to call it that. Shithole Island. I don't know. We'll call it something. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you found it for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. There's a whole playlist of these. They're all timeless. You're all on different timelines. You might be in different places, but you're all in this energy right now. So I'm not sure. I think this one might be for everybody, to be honest with you. Yep. Your person thinks they can look away from this. They think they can move on. This is choppy. If I go to Cancer, I'm going to have to tell them something. If I go to my soulmate, right? We'll just say it like that, since these are technically all signs readings. If I go to my soulmate, it's going to be choppy. I'm going to have to tell them something, or there might be an argument. Why did I run? Why has it been so long? Maybe I'll just paddle away. But that, my friends, is crossed by the Five of Swords. Now, I've shuffled this deck a lot. All right, when you buy the deck new, these two are together. You know, they're all in order. These two came back together after all those shuffles, plus the shuffle I did for this, to tell us this story. That is short-term thinking on your person's part. It's self-sabotage. It is short-term thinking. They think they can just wrap this up in a little bow and put it all away and forget, oh, well, you know, whatever. No. There's no calmer water over here. This guy in this boat, this person paddling this canoe, they're wrong. There's no calmer water down there. There's only anxiety. It's short-term thinking on their part, because this is a powerful connection. There's 3 cards. That's my pre-shuffle this time around. 2 of Cups, bookending this. You can run, but you can't hide. Go ahead and short-term think all you want, that 5 of Swords. Tell yourself, well, it's going to be too hard to go talk to Cancer. It's going to be too hard to go talk to the soulmate. Go ahead and tell yourself that. It doesn't matter. The energies are trying to balance here, and when the fickle old gal universe, tries to balance energies, you don't want to fuck with that. You don't want to swim against that current. This person driving this canoe has no idea what kind of stormy and choppy water they're actually heading towards. Now, I'm going to shuffle the deck here. There's a lot of energy here. I've been telling you guys for a while now. It stretches everything. Usually energy dissipates quickly. But I've been noticing more and more, and so much so I figured it out about a week ago, and I started mentioning it. Everything since around the 1010 portal, everything is still here. That 1010 portal reading I did back in October is as valid today as it was then. It really is. Because that energy, it should have dissipated, but it didn't. It couldn't get out. And it's because of a little bit of, all this short-term thinking, I guess, is the way to put it. If the energy's not dealt with, it doesn't really go away. Energy can't be destroyed. It transforms, usually, but now it's in a pile-up. All right, so let's shuffle the deck here. Let's get the soulmate cycle. I'm going to tell the universe, I already have. The words are just so you know what's going on. I'm going to tell the universe I want a Cure for Cancer reading. It knows what I mean by that. And let's see where we go here. Give me the soulmate cycle from the angle of Cancer right now. Cure for Cancer reading, universe. All right. We pull 5 cards from the bottom. That's the affecting energy. And then we pull 4 cards up top and clarify them. Now, again, I'm going to explain, because someone asked once. Very simple. The energy at the bottom, these 5 cards from the bottom, are the room that we're in. Okay? It's a nice analogy. It's simple. It's homespun. It's Steve. It's the room we're in. The air we're breathing. These cards up here from the top of the deck will be how your person's behaving in the room. Okay? Are they behaving a fool? Are they trashing the place? I don't know. Let's find out. What kind of room are we in right now? What's the energy around your person? What environment are they living in? What's the environmental energy? First card took my breath away. It's the 5 of Cups, right? So Five of Cups. I love it when this card comes out. I like small-breasted women. I love it when this card it always comes out. Not because I like small-breasted women. I just threw that in there. But I like it because she's staring at the Two Cups. And I especially like it in this reading because we had the Two Cups just a minute ago, didn't we? Yeah. They can run, but they can't hide. Five Cups, the environment, the core energy here. What would be the overall energy of the reading? Is someone who's a lot of regret, a lot of sadness, sitting in wasteland. And this is what they've been doing. They've been trying to look away from it. They try to put how they've been living on their side in a little neat package and a bow on top and say it's wonderful. It's not. It's a barren wasteland. All right? That is the environment. That's them. That's the room. It's not a nice room, is it? I wonder how they're going to behave in it. Is she just going to keep sitting there? I don't know. We'll find out up top, but let's keep going. See? Tower. I'm not fucking with you guys. I don't come here to fuck around with you, right? I don't care if 20,000 people know I like tiny titties. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not here for that. I'm here for this kind of shit. Look at this. It's causing them to reassess. I'm including in some of the full moon energy here. All right? You're ruled by the moon, and you're the host for our soulmate cycle here. The moon readings are powerful. That's why I do them as all signs readings. They're super powerful. And the fact of the matter is, this person is able to process this now. She's staring right at those Two Cups, and it's causing a reassessment of things. All right? A reassessment. Come on, you guys. You don't even need me here. The Ace of Swords. Archangel Michael. Sword of Truth. You hear that? You hear the bird? Hey, he a Pisces, you know. Very intuitive than Pisces. Yeah. Right down the center here is truth. A reassessment. Oh my God, what have I done? Those Two Cups are beautiful. Right? Right here, next card. Ten of Cups. There's happiness to be had here if someone reaches out for it. Otherwise, it's just fairyland. All right? They all lived happily ever after. That's what your person would like to do. They'd like to sail their little, or paddle their little canoe away. They're not going anywhere. All right? Your energy is always with them. All right? And the divine feminine has processed the energy a little better than the divine masculine. You guys have grown a lot. You're worried about other things. I see you out there on my Twitter chatting away and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, he sees you too. Last card, by the way, is the Two of Swords. I always show you the sixth card. It's not part of anything. It's all about you. It's Cancer card, right? Cancer energy. More importantly, it's a fucking Chariot. All of this is nonsense. This is all bullshit. The energy here is forcing them to reassess. They realize the truth. They know they need to do something. Take control and do something if this Ten of Cups is to become reality. But right here, bookending this Five of Cups is Two Swords. Two Ace of Swords. All right? And they're not crossed in this deck. And what I'm more drawn to, sometimes I say this one's darker than this one. They know which one to go to, but they're not doing it. That's not what's here. What's here is your person right down the middle reassessing. There's a reassessment happening right now. Someone wants a second crack at this, maybe a 10th crack at this, maybe 100th crack at this. What's on top? How are they behaving? So this is the environment they're living in. It's a snapshot of your person. And this is what they're doing about it right now. Doing some reassessing, some thinking here. Right? A little bit of false, a little bit with the blindfold here, a little bit of fooling themselves, as we saw in the pre-shuffle. But I don't think it's enough to stop them from wanting to take another crack at this. What's on top? You ready? Now this is how they're behaving in the room. Five of Wands. Nonsense. I promised myself. I said, Steve, don't swear at Cancer's person today. It's Saturday. It's a nice day here. The sun is out. Fuck you, Cancer's person. Seriously, that's how they're behaving. The Two Cups are still there. They can still come get it. This energy ties to this Two of Swords. All right? It also ties to this, and it ties to this. It does. I'm just telling you. I don't care if you don't believe it. That's what's happening. Five of Wands, what did I tell you in the beginning? I said about that Six of Swords in the pre-shuffle. I said that canoe, they're rowing away to calmer waters because they're afraid if they come into you, it's going to be some kind of conflict or some kind of whatever. This is choppy water right here. This person is, all they're thinking about is choppy water and how much time has passed and how they're going to have to, they're going to lose face a little bit by coming in and having to tell you, oh, I really did like you, all that kind of stuff. We'll get more information as we go. That pisses me off. 9 swords also pisses me off. What's crossing the 9 swords? 6 wands. Once they get past this person needs to get out of it, even the universe itself. If this person gets out of their head and stops telling themselves stories about what might happen here and actually gets on a fucking horse, I don't know, or maybe a chariot, and comes in and finds out what will happen, they'll get some victory here. Everybody will. At the very least, some closure. The good news is this is a 9. It's the end of this. They are pacing the kitchen at 2 in the morning with a bottle of whiskey. The problem is they're thinking about the wrong things. They're getting in their head too much, and that's why we're stuck in fairyland. But they know the truth. They're well aware. Okay? And now they got a chance to process it. This tower represents a reassessment because of this energy. And all of the energies that are in play is one thing, but this full moon that I'm about to pull on in a day or two, the energy I'm including here as well, this is your picture. It's right there. It really does cause this. It really does. They are going to be thinking about you a lot, is what I'm saying, over the next week. A lot. Pay attention to your thoughts, and just try to send back something to them that, if you still want this person, that lets them know that it's okay to come talk to you. There won't be conflict, or not as much as they think. Anyway, they're telling themselves a lot of stories. What's bookending this 5 of Wands? Net, it's the hangman. It is what it is. It's exactly what the card would indicate, the energy that's reflecting off of it. This is bookending the 5 of Wands. This 5 of Wands is the only thing keeping this person from coming towards you. It's not this. This is just a message from the universe saying if they stop all this 5 of Wands crap, we'll get some good victory here. We'll get some closure. We'll get 2 soulmates coming together. It's your person's fault. They're the one not doing anything about it. And they're not doing anything about it because they're short-sighted. They're very short-sighted. All right, I'm going to clarify with the Light Seer deck because it's just screaming at me over here in the corner. All right, let's go. Why is the 5 of Wands here? Tell me about this 5 of Wands. Jesus Christ. Cancer's person. This is what's jamming up the whole soulmate cycle. Everybody, a lot of people don't understand it, but everybody should be hoping Cancer and their person get together or get some closure or this nonsense stops. Because once it does, the dam breaks for everybody else. It's this damn person. It's this damn angle on the cycle. And I know what the problem is. A lot of you, the whole soulmate cycle is Cancer themed, okay? Because you're the host, right? It's Cancer themed. And Cancer's a cardinal water sign. And that's a problem. Because, it's a problem in part because there's an exorbitant number of fire signs on the other side of on the runner side. I'm not saying you even have to be. It could be just people with fire in their chart or fire tendencies. It doesn't matter. That's why that King of Wands and Queen of Wands keep coming up all day. That's fire. And there's an awful lot of fire signs on the runner side. Not everybody, but there's more than not. And the fire signs are looking at all this lovey-dovey as it puts out their fire. Too much water puts out the fire. And the connection's out of balance. So what's happening is you've got a lot of ego coming in to balance it out. Oh, I don't want this. I'm not going to deal with this conflict. I'm just going to take off. Net, nothing's happening here because of it. For now. Let's see. What's the 5 of Wands doing here? We'll see where the reading goes. We'll see when we clarify this hangman. Yeah. This person right here is getting in the way of their own happiness. 9 of Cups crossing it. The affecting energy, the universe itself screaming, hey, go. Take the leap. Right? Take the leap. You are, again, this person's only hope at happiness. Do they look happy to you? I said that's a picture of them. That doesn't look happy. She don't look happy. All right. What's on top? The Fool. What did I say? No, why am I laughing? Because I said take the leap. I was almost going to tell you this is similar to a fool because she's leaping off a cliff here. I'll show you. She look it. They're both leaping. But the thing is, this played out perfectly. This is why I love tarot. And I'll show you. It's all about the details. I've got the 9 of Cups, right? She is leaping. And this is the affecting energy. It's the energy of, it's the room they're living in. The energy says go, 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 right? And here I've got the Fool. She's not leaping. She's holding on to something, making excuses. This represents this Five of Wands. It tells me, these energies together tell me, again, the same thing that this row tells me. It says same thing here. If we want victory, they need to stop this shit. This is a 9. 9s are the end in tarot. 10s are the end and dead end that lead to a new beginning. But 9s are telling me we're coming to an end of this. Something's going to happen. Now, as the full moon energy bleeds in, yes, they do get a new perspective. But your person's had perspective for a while. This Ace of Swords down the middle tells me they know the truth. All right? They know the truth here. All right, why is the 9 of Swords here? Let's keep going. All right. I like to help out fellow tarot readers. It's all about the details. Don't just look at the cards and go, oh, a 9 of Cups and a Fool. Yeah, they might, they might come in, they might not. No, whatever. No, there's more to it than that. Look at the pictures. One's leaping, the universe's energy, and the other one's not. The energy that falls here is telling me that it's this Five of Wands. Fives are temporary. That's good. That's fine. That's our only saving grace here. It doesn't last very long. It's the weakest energy. And this is a Fool. It is a leap of faith. They see it as a risk to come towards you. They always have. But they need to stop this shit. They're just making themselves miserable. And it's because they can't escape it. They've tried to, I've said they were coming in a number of times. And I catch shit for it just like every other tarot reader. You said they were coming in. No, I said the energy is coming in and your person may or may not come with it. What this person does every time is they don't come with it. This person makes up nonsense and they don't come with it. They think they can just, through short-term thinking, they think they can just put a bow on it and that's it. I don't want the conflict. I don't want to deal with this. I know there's love here. I know there's love here, but whatever. Now they're being forced because the energy's piled up so much, plus this full moon, which is causing some processing to happen. The ability to process it, right? Some reassessment is happening. Everything's being torn down here. This person can try to paddle away all they want. They're just going to end up back around in choppy water again. And what's the affecting energy of this 9 of Swords? I'm sorry, I'll get back to the reading. The 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's this shit that's leaving them out in the cold. They feel out in the cold. But look, there's a key right there. Just go in the door. All right, these are the same girls right here. Your person might be a dude. I don't care. It's a girl on the card. These are the same two. They're both sitting the same way. This one she got some clothes on, but this is her later. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. They got a key. They can go in. They can make this happen if this stops. I like it. I like it when a reading cross-checks itself. The affecting energy says the same thing as this card's crossing card says. It says the same fucking thing. They're doing it to themselves. It's nonsense that they think, why not just come in and get this over with? Have a conversation with Cancer. Okay? Why not? Why not? What's on top? Justice. That's good. They're getting in the way of their own happiness. They're doing it this is happiness. This is balanced energy. Balanced energy to you in the 3D is happiness. There's something that's going to happen. Okay, whenever I see justice, I think of the word catalyst a lot of times. The reason this is a 9, and 9s are the end in tarot. The reason this is coming to an end, all this nonsense, is because something's about to happen. And we know that from the Tower. It's related to the Tower in some way. All right? We'll get there. I'll pull on the Tower before I go. Or I'll pull on Justice again. Either one will do the trick. Give me the 6 of Wands. Tell me about the 6 of Wands. Why is the 6 of Wands here? Now this is victory. Whatever it is that happens, the universe says, should bring them into you. And the affecting energy would back that up. It's a Page of Pentacles. It's communication. But it's also, it's nervous communication. It's someone who's just figuring it out. And again, that's that processing energy of the full moon. Okay, what's on top? They're coming towards you. When this person comes towards you, which I believe for a lot of you they will. We'll see when we get to the Hangman, but I believe they will. They're coming at you. It almost feels weird to talk to this person. They're coming at you from a point of disappointment. But again, I tell you this, I think this came up in your weekly reading, and I think it came up for a Pisces reading as well at one point, your fellow water sign. I think there's something fishy here when they show up. I do. I don't like this. Is an uneasy energy. Yeah. Look at that. Accidentally, I pick up the deck and I leave the Ten of Wands. It's an uneasy energy. It's got a lot of guilt attached to it. It's got a lot of overthinking attached to it. It might be a strange conversation. I don't know. Let's see. Let's pull on this hangman. Let's see where we go here. This technically is the final outcome because it is the net outcome here because of everything we talked about, which is nothing happening. Hangman. Now, they also are getting some perspective here. This is the processing energy of that full moon, which I'll be pulling on, which is tied to this too as well. Again, a reassessment of things is happening. Some truths are coming to light for this person, but whether or not they do anything about it, they are. Oh my God. That's a strange energy to get victory in, right? Victory from disappointment. Again, it's your person's short-sighted thinking. It really is. Why is the hangman here? What's the final on this? What's the crossing energy of the hangman? Look at this. You're not even going to believe this. It's victory. It's the Six of Wands again. That's how they're coming. That's... I wish I could pinpoint it. I mean, I can. It's a mixture of disappointment and what? What is that other feeling? What is that? It's almost like what I told Pisces the other day. It's about this. It's sort of a lie of omission, where if you don't tell somebody something, it does count as a lie. There's something they're not going to tell you about something that they're coming in trying to avoid conflict when conflict is exactly getting it all out is exactly what will cause the victory. You understand what I'm saying? That's the easiest way I could phrase it. So someone's trying to avoid conflict, but it's actually the conflict that's needed for us to move on, for us to start over. We've got to hash all this out. That's what's going on here. That's why victory came up again as the affecting energy. All right, what's on top? Yeah, Queen of Swords. It comes across a little cold, and it's cold detachment. It is. It is communication. It's called detached communication, though. But I will say energy's always in layers, like I tell you. And for a good number of you, some of you, we're just sitting in the hangman here because somebody is being stubborn. At the end of the day, they may or may not come in for victory. It can go either way here. It can go either way. This person's thinking short term. They're thinking that they can, just put a bow on it and too much time has passed and whatever, but they're not going to be able to escape it. That could be what the Justice and the Tower energy is about. I'm going to pull a couple cards on that just for fun. I'm going to grab the Witches again. Tell me about Justice and the Tower energy here. Because they're tied together for some reason. All tied to the victory. But tied mostly to the Justice card is what brings this to an end, is what stops this. All right. Also, they might be nervous about a divorce they might have to do, because if they're this unhappy, if your person's married or in a relationship, they could be stressed out about leaving that. It could be that too for some of you. But I don't know. Let's pull on this energy as a blending here. Let's see what it tells us. Maybe we'll get a new color, a new fancy color here. Phthalo purple. I don't know. Why is Justice in the Tower? What's this energy about? The universe. It's having me shuffle like a son of a bitch for it. Okay. It has something to do with Burger King. And I don't mean the Whopper. I mean the King of Wands. That's the affecting energy here of this. Again, I say this behavior hurts your person, or this person is another person around your person that has hurt your person. They're waking up from that. They're healing from it. However it is, they're healing from it. They're waking up. Waking the fuck up. What's on top? I knew it. I thought, I'm going to tell you something funny, and I don't care if you don't believe it. This is the Death card. It's on top. I don't know what's on top. When I flipped the deck to look at the affecting energy, I thought this was the Death card. That's why I paused for a minute and I said, oh, it's about Burger King. I had to look at it. I had to actually stare at it to see that it was the King of Wands. I thought it was the Death card. Turns out the Death card was on top. I knew I felt that energy. It's, again, the catalyst here is all of these energies that are blending. This seems to be the theme of the readings. All of these energies, this energy pileup, now with a full moon that's allowing them to process all of that. So we can move the cars along. We can move the pileup, the energy pileup along and get it flowing again. You know, sort of like imagine a dammed up river, right? And we got a whole bunch of people there and we start moving shit. And just as we start moving shit, we see the water starting to flow and start to come out. That's kind of how I'm, in my mind's eye, how this energy is. Something's coming to an end for your person on their side, okay? It's going to make them have no other option but to come towards you. Or they may skip it. Again, I have to tell you that I can't predict what a 3D person will do. Energetically, something on their side is going to come to an end because the energy is shifting. They're seeing it in a new light, right? They're seeing it in a new light. And they're cutting it out, and it may result in communication. The communication you get from this person is confusing. It's cold and detached. All right? I will say that. But it's only because they're trying to avoid conflict when actually you guys need to hash out something. You need to know why they ran. You need to know why they took so long. All right? You need to know that. In order to move and start again, at the zero card, the point of the Fool, you know, begin a new journey, we got to get everything on the table. They're trying to avoid that. Now, that's your side. On the other side, energies are shifting. If your person's married, that's probably going to come to a crashing end. There's going to be a fight or something. And what's interesting about that, whether they're married or not, even if it's just how they've been living, you know, they're going to view it from a negative. In other words, they're not even going to put a positive spin on it. It might be something really minor that happens that they blow up in their mind. And subconsciously, it's because they really do want to come toward you. They're making excuses. This person, this is why I swear at them. They're at the same time making excuses to not come towards you, yet are looking for any excuse to come towards you. I know it doesn't make sense. It's hard. You're going to have to process what I just said, because even I have to as I read this energy, because it just spins around and around. They make up excuses not to come towards you, yet subconsciously they're hoping for some reason, any reason to come towards you. All right? That's what this says. That's plain and simple. And if you want proof, fine. I'll pull the next two cards off of this Tower and Justice. The Ace of Wands and the Eight of Wands, communication. Listen, there's communication coming from this person. I've already explained to you probably how it's going to play out. Okay? And that applies to any sign watching me right now. I don't care what your sign is. Take my word for it. This reading is an all signs reading. I'm pulling it from the angle of Cancer, but the Cure for Cancer reading is a specific study read that I do. It results in communication. I'm not going to repeat what I said, otherwise this video will go long, but you can rewind and watch it again. Energy has to be peeled back in layers, and the energy right now, because of this pileup, is very tricky to get through. It's very tricky energy read, even for someone as experienced as I am at reading energy. It is very tricky. So I know a lot of you pull readings on your own. Be careful about that. Things are not as they seem in this energy. So that's why I give you the energy. I tell you what it is. All right? So keep in mind that the energy is piled up. And when that happens, it's like a battery that's ready to, instead of just letting out its energy a little bit, when this sucker blows, it's going to discharge all of it at once. And that's deceptive because we have no way of knowing where it's going to go, kind of a thing. All right? I can tell you whatever's happening on their side, they're looking for any excuse to get out of it, to have any excuse to come toward you. And at the same time, trying to find excuses not to come toward you. Your person is fucking confused. They're confusing. And but they're learning. I mean, that's the best I can tell you. This is tricky reading. It really is. These are all tricky energies to read right now, and I imagine the full moon reading I'm going to pull in a day or two is going to be something to see. Let's see if there's anything else the universe wants to tell you. I have no idea, but can only imagine while we're here. So yes, I was right. There's justice and this reassessment of the tower underneath here. Whatever this justice card represents, it represents an ending to something. A marriage, a way of living, whatever's been keeping them away from you, stuck in toxin, whatever it is. It's coming to an end. And what's funny is I don't have a card to back it up, but I can tell you they're going to view it from any perspective they can that's negative. Even if it's something very small, it's going to be enough to get, well, I'm leaving. Well, I just forgot to buy the milk. Well, I'm out of here. Divorce. I want a divorce. I forgot to buy milk. Cut me some slack. It's like that. I mean, I'm serious. It's that kind of energy. Their tendency is to act quickly, to just Queen of Swords it. This Queen of Swords isn't taking any shit. There's no doubt about it. Okay. Unfortunately, it does lead to a very odd conversation with you. A lot of forward movement happening here. Too much passion for this person to handle. Give me 3 cards, universe. What else you want to tell everyone before we go? Come on, let's go. You're having me shuffle way too much here. I'm running out of things to tell these people. Well, you know, sometimes when I talk, the universe backs me up or it puts egg on my face. Guess what it's doing today? Let's just say we're not having omelets. It's justice. And it's the 4 of Pentacles. And it's the 5 of Pentacles. And right here, 4 of Pentacles is crossed by the 7 of Swords. This is mild devil energy. This is toxin. This is deception. This is self-deception. It's short-term thinking. It's crossing a card of fear. Our center card. These are red center, left, right. It's crossing a card of fear. This person's own bullshit is what's holding them back in life. Okay? It's keeping their happiness right here. Happiness, justice, balanced energy, happiness is red with winter. That's all I get off of this is winter. All right? They're keeping themselves in winter by being afraid to open up, by short-term thinking, by deceiving themselves. They're about to get shown the light. Okay? With this full moon coming up, they're about to be able to process everything that they're trying to put in a box. They're about to see what they're putting in a box. It's like they haven't cared what they send you as a gift, you know, or someone. They don't care. They just throw some shit in a box and throw it aside. Now they're going to be forced to look at what they're putting in the box and realize that it's been a whole bunch of bullshit. All right, it's bullshit. They can't escape this connection. There's no way. And all their fears are even bullshit. They got nothing to be afraid of here. Nothing at all. They're leaving themselves out in winter. What's crossing that? 10 swords. It's coming to an end. All of this behavior also causes this connection to come to an end. It's why it feels very 10 of swords. But the 10 swords crossing this 7 of swords tells me this 7 of swords behavior is coming to an end. Which tells me this 5 of pentacles, which we had somewhere, it was one of the crossing cards, with the girl with the key she could put in the door. I think they're going to put the key in the door. All right? We'll see. Stay tuned for the full moon reading. I'm either going to do it tomorrow, Sunday, or Monday, energy permitting. All right? That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. These are tricky energies to read, man. So much here. I wish I could find the words. Really crazy. It's because of your person, though. It's not really because of the energy pileup. It's because your person's a super fuckwit. All of these runners, you heard what I said. They're looking for any excuse to get out of what they're in or how they've been living, but also and to come toward you, but also looking for excuses not to come toward you. It's the same. I mean, it's just a swirling mass of energy. I don't even know how I'm able to sort it out. Actually, the cards are helpful in this case. I always say I don't need the cards, but in this case here, if I had this energy in front of me in real life, trying to read someone, I would probably pull some cards out because it's the only way to sort through it. It's madness. All right. Good luck. I hope you enjoyed the reading.